important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points and knocking those free throws down and helping your team any way you can.
Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in the pivot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
So much has been made about whether this is Durant's team or Westbrook's team, but in reality, I think it's both of their teams. I mean, Durant does what he does. He's an elite scorer, as is Westbrook. They couldn't be the team they are, the Thunder, without both of those guys being excellent and leading the way they do.
And the second free throw, good. Yeah, guys, a lot of people thought that Durant would blossom with more of the offensive focus on him. But, Steve, the Thunder had showed they're not the same team and struggled when Westbrook was out.
Well, and it really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone because Westbrook's an elite talent in this league. And if you remove him from any team, it'll hurt. I think it was people speculating how much Durant could carry this team on his own. But, well, the fact of the matter is Durant needs Westbrook and vice versa. Another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Rockets trail by 18. It's Harden with the drive. That's good. Harden's got 9.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
The Thunder leading by 16. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And Durant, here we go. Misses from short range.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Smith dishes to Howard. Kicks it out to Ariza. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 5 points in the game.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Stolen by Beverly. Here's Smith. Kept alive. Harden outside. Pass to Beverly. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Durant. The Rockets pull it in. And Howard, here we go. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
The Rockets had a good year overall as they adjusted to their new roster and Dwight Howard, but they still had some turnover problems at times.
For the Thunder, Cantor checked in for Steven Adams, and Anthony Morrow subbed in for Andre Robertson. And a switch here also for Houston. Terry's checked in. Can't cash in from the high post.
And with the Rockets, usually turnover issues can happen in younger teams. But for them, it took a little bit getting used to a new style of play, kind of the way they went about their offense.
And then Durant with the dunk.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Well, the Rockets do like to play up tempo at times and push the ball, and that led to some of their turnovers.
You know, it's something they like to cut down on, Kevin, but they also understand it's a product of how they play, so you've got to find the right balance. You want to play high-octane, wide-open basketball, but you still need to value those possessions as well. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Howard with it. Guarded now by Durant. Here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Outside for Durant. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Howard. Lets it go from 11. Again, the Rockets score. The Thunder leading by 18. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded closely. It's Durant on the wing. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Rockets have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. No good on the free throw. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Dion Waiters comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Houston, Monty Eunice is checked in for Smith. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverly. For Houston, they have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
White Howard taking 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And here's Kanter. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. From the length of the floor. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Substitution for the Rockets.
Durant just inside the line. The Rockets shooting well. They're at 45%. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Pablo Prigioni is out there with Harden. Then there's Monty Eunice. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Jones in at the 5 spot. Here's Durant. And the layup's good off the glass. Durant's got 13 points in the second half.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he? That jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Yeah, they've been pulling up and watching them go down.
And that one's good.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
And the Thunder making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Pablo Prigioni. Jones kicks to Monty Eunice. It's Harden with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seems like he settled into being a ball stopper. So talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
Here's Brewer. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. The Thunder leading by 20. It's Westbrook with the drive. And Adams kicks to Waiters. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's going, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Here's Howard. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. And so it's Houston with it. It's Harden with the drive. Releases.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Misses the jumper. When you think of the superstar two guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that, that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Durant, no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Westbrook passes to Durant. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Great D that time from Howard. To the paint. Here's Beverly. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Patrick Beverly is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor, he's checked in for Adams. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant. Roberson, he's checked in for Waiters. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
See the way he times his passes so well? That was a great assist.
And Patrick Beverly, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the backcourt.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
And Cantor pulls it down.
Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Oklahoma City.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Kevin Durant. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand. This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Cantor kicks to Augustine. Robertson can't hit. The Rockets have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slamming.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Augustine, so no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
we behaving bad. Fast one, slow one, we behaving bad. We behaving bad.
Yeah. Here we go, huh?